Perfect. Let's start with point number 16. Whether the company is required to get registered under the section 1, well, the 45 IA of the Reserve Bank of India. So this 45 IA is a section which is regarding NBFC registration and whether the registration has been obtained. Like in the case companies, engaged in the activity which being covered in the section 1, in RBI for the NBFC activities, then conducting these activities, we need to get the registration from the RBI, right? Coming upon this second sub point, whether the company has conducted any non-banking finance or housing finance activity without a valid certificate registration. So in the case we have done that, we need to get the we need to get the particular details out of that in the auditor report. The third sub point, whether the company is a CIC as defined in the regulation, and whether it continues to fulfill. If it like simply if it is a CIC, we need to check that it fulfills the criteria to continue to fulfill the criteria to being CIC. And is in the case company is exempted or unregistered CIC, whether they continue to fulfill such criteria, right? Whether the group has more than one CIC as a part of group. If yes, indicate the number of CICs which are part of group, like it's a clear point. Whether the company has incurred cash losses in the financial year, the next point, and in the immediately preceding financial year, if so, state the amount of cash loss. It's a clear point, we need not to discuss that. Coming up on the point number 18, whether there has been any resignation of statutory auditor during the year. If so, whether the auditor has taken into the consideration the issue, objection or concern raised by outgoing auditor. So sometimes what happens is like management know that there is a fraud in the in the company, and they try to put some restrictions on the auditor. And what auditor do, it if it is if sometimes auditor not able to properly give the opinion, it resigns from that engagement. And this the new auditor should should very much be careful while checking that thing, because the auditor resignation indicates that there is a dispute between management and auditor, and there is any chances of fraud and error or misstatement. So is there any so CARO gives a responsibility on the auditor that it should check that is there any resignation, and if there is a resignation, then what was the issue, what was the objections, what was the concern raised by outgoing auditor. It should just go and ask that outgoing auditor, like what was the issues, and you should discuss that with the management as well. Okay, perfect. Coming up on the uh, point number 19, on the basis of financial ratio, aging and expected date of realization of financial assets and the payment of financial liability, other information accompanying the financial statement, the auditor knowledge of the board of directors management plan, whether the auditor is of the opinion that no material uncertainty exists on the date of the audit report, that company is capable of meeting liability existed at the date of balance sheet as and when they fall due within the period of 1 year from that balance sheet date. So basically it's like saying like whether the auditor is in the no, whether auditor should check that based on the all the financial liability and financial ratios and the amount and the information in the financial statement and the knowledge of financial board of directors and management plans, that whether the company is capable to being solvent till the next 1 year. Like company, like it can give it used to have that idea, right? After seeing that particular financial figures, it need to provide that whether the company will be capable to provide meet the liability existing at the time of balance sheet date till the next 1 year from the balance sheet date, right? So coming upon the point number 20, and first point, whether in the respect of any other than ongoing project, company has transferred unspent amount to the fund is specified in the schedule 7 of the Companies Act within the period of 6 months from the expiry of the financial year in compliance with second proviso to subsection 5 of section 135. Once subsection 5 of 135 is just CSR unspent amount. That section deals with the unspent amount, treatment of unspent amount of the CSR, right? So it's saying that any amount which is unspent and being transferred to schedule 7 within the period of 6 months of the expiry of financial year in the compliance with the section 135, right? Coming upon the point B, whether any amount remaining unspent under subsection 5 of 135 of companies pursuing to any ongoing project has been transferred to special account in compliance with the provision of subsection 6. So is there any amount which unspent, it need to be transferred to the special account. Perfect. Coming up on the last point, whether there is, like, point number 21, whether there is being any qualification or adverse remark by the respective auditor in the company's auditor report, CARO, included in the consolidated financial statement. If yes, indicate the details of the companies and paragraph number of the CARO report containing the qualification or adverse remark. It's a clear point. We need not discuss that. You can just go and just just study that particular point, and you will get the idea of that. The para 4, reasons to be stated for the unfavorable or qualified answers, where in the auditor's report the answer to be to any of the question referred to the paragraph 3 unfavorable or qualified, the auditor report shall state the basis for such unfavorable or qualified answer as the case may be. So like we'll study little slowly, I have just fastly gone through that, where in the auditor's report the answer to any question referred to in paragraph 3 is unfavorable. So the upper 21 points which we studied in paragraph 3 is the answer is unfavorable for these or qualified. Auditor report shall also state the basis for such unfavorable. So like if you are provided for the any of the 21 clause, you have provided any unfavorable answer or a qualified remark or adverse remark, then then auditor is need to provide that reason behind that, like why they have provided that unfavorable, or why he has provided that unfavorable or qualified answer to that particular clause. Second subpoint, whether where the auditor is unable to express any opinion or any specified matter, his report shall indicate that fact together with the reason why it is not possible for him to give an opinion on the same. Yep. Okay. I think this point is pretty much clear. Perfect. Thank you guys, and keep subscribing our channel, sharing our channel. We are trying to just provide some important topics videos in the lesser time, so that at the time of exam you just can just directly just go through all the details, and if we can quickly wrap up the syllabus, and need like we are not even we are reducing that content also. We are not making the things bulkier, and we are trying to create more videos. And please do comment, and please provide us the details in case you want a video or revision video on particular topic. We'll surely try to provide that in lesser time. Thank you. My name is Prakhar, and yeah, perfect. All the best.